Well, good morning, y'all. I'm having a sunshine problem this morning. If I hold the phone on the other side, then the sunshine's too bright. Good morning, Iris. I'm a little tired this morning. Now, y'all know I sometimes have fatigue. No, I have not brushed my hair. I did not get my bed made or anything else. I've had teenage cat stuff this morning. That no-name baby kitty. Good Lord, what a thing to call her. Hi, Leanna and Beth. Good morning. Um, Beth, I didn't get any extra work done this week. We had talked about some things. Didn't happen. But I got some new furniture that arrived. It's starting to be fall, so I'm starting to move the kitchen back in from the back patio. I have the rescue cat, Tilly, who is big and fat and has been kind of lazy. But she's coming out now, and I just saw her trying to play with the baby kitty. Um, so those are all good things. I do that. I do that. Can I keep the connection? No. I need to be plugged in. Yeah, it's buffering. It's me. And no, I didn't brush my hair yet. It's what it is. I'm tired. My hair yet. It's what it is. I'm tired. Um, yep. So, is the 7-year-old cat that I rescued because her human mom decided she was at 70 years old, decided that she was done living. And she got sick right away and went to the hospice and probably has a couple of weeks to live. Like, I don't know. I haven't gotten a status update, but um, so the daughter was looking for some place that could rescue Tilly that didn't have big dogs. So I decided to take her. And she's been kind of lazy, but she's probably grieving and having the change is probably challenging for the cat. So, but this morning, like I said, she's tried to play with the kitten this morning. So that's improvement. Uh, okay, so the furniture thing. I've been in contact with my oldest sister a little bit. So she decided a while back that she wanted to buy me a gift and I wouldn't let her. And the other day she kind of pushed it a little bit and she bought me something. I told her I'd been realizing that I might not be able to weatherproof the back patio anytime soon, and maybe leaving it the way it is okay. Oh, speaking of Tilly, the cat, she walked right through the screen door. She ripped the screen. Like, she tried to go through, it didn't work. She backed up, she smacked it hard, ripped the screen, and went through. Cats are incredible. So that screen door does not have a doggy door on it. I didn't want to buy two. There's two doors on the patio, but why do I have to provide two doors for the animals? But it looks like in order to save my screens, I may have to buy another one. Anyway, since I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more to weatherproofing the back patio this year, and maybe I'll surprise myself because sometimes things happen. But um, I decided I would. Well, I have to move the kitchen back inside, and of course I've had my chimney swept. I was able to buy an inexpensive brush. It worked fine. The guy that came to do it was the guy I mentioned that was church related, local church related. I need to make an edit to that post. But and just say thank you to him because he just surprised me one day and showed up. And he said, I got 15 minutes. I'm sweeping your chimney. Where's your stuff? I said, ladder's in the same place. He went after the ladder. I got the brush. His wife helped put the brush together because you have to screw the handle together on it. And I went to grab the screwdriver for him because my chimney, I bought really more expensive stuff and good stuff because I wanted it simple, knowing that I wasn't going to climb on my roof. So, so that got done. And he really did do it in like 15 minutes. No big deal. Climbed up the ladder, did the thing, and now I've got to clean the stove. I haven't had a chance because I have stuff that I moved out of a box so I could do something else with the box, and out of the back of the car so I could go camping in front of the stove still. Plus, I've got 3 bags of cement over there. There's just stuff. Um, but it's all stuff I'm working with. So, Jess, the guy that's been helping me with little projects, texted me this morning. Today's Sabbath. So we're not working today. He said, so are we on for today? And I said, what are my options? And he gave me a couple of choices. So he's going to come on Wednesday. Hopefully, the moon phases were what I think they're supposed to be. And so I'll be doing Feast of Trumpets with lovely neighbor, sisterly neighbor. And here we go, barring again. So getting the cabin ready, cold weather. Um, I was looking around and I made a decision about getting a kitchen cart that had wheels. Now, y'all know I had a bamboo one a couple of years ago, but I found that I didn't like it quite the way it was. Part of it was everything was a closed door and I had to open a lot of doors down low. Um, it was just awkward. It just wasn't quite right. And so I tried to sell that one, couldn't sell it, ended up giving it to the neighbors. Well, this time, because when I bought that one, I had wanted to take it indoors and outdoors when I needed to. So this time, hey, Mary. Um, so this time I decided to be more careful and hunt for one that was metal. So I and on wheels, so I could take it inside and outside. And of course, I checked the measurements, I checked the color, I did all that stuff. I don't think the ad was clear enough, but it's okay. The kitchen cart I got with the wheels on, it's a little too tall. Without the wheels, it's perfect. So maybe I'm not moving it inside and out as much as I thought I might. But then I got thinking about that and I was like, well, what difference? It worked really good. Let me show you. It worked really good when buffering, I don't want to fight this hard. But anyways, so really good to have the kitchen over there. So I'm rethinking the kitchen and or kitchenette, and I'm putting it back there. And I got the two coffee pots. I got them. They came in three different sizes, and I got the 64 ounce. And the reason I got the 64 ounce is because when I have the tea kettle on the wood stove, it's just that amount of water. And when I boil water in my Kelly kettle, it's just that amount of water. And I thought having one with cold water, and we're talking cold, like the ice cubes melted cold, and hot water, like boiling. So those two pots, they were each about $30. They have a swivel base on them, so they twist pretty easy. And they're the air pumps like at gas stations and stuff. So they keep water at a good temperature for a long time. So I just used the cold one the first time this morning. I haven't done anything else. And I used it for something that's not really what I'm going to use it for. It doesn't matter. But I filled the little tea kettle this morning because it's the first time I have heated water in here with that. But of course, that cabinet, that thing came flat pack and I had to put it together. And I got myself a couch like easy chair. I'm sitting in it. I can't show you. It's this tweed fabric, but it's very comfortable. I could sit here and read a book or watch a movie or put my feet up if I pull a something over. Um, Wendy can sit in my lap. We have been enjoying it for 2 days now, I think. Um, and it as well came flat pack, and I had to put it together. So there was a bunch of those things, but it's been like moving things around, trying to get stuff straight. And now I realized I need a little table for beside this comfortable chair where I can put a cup, and maybe if I'm going to eat dinner that I could adjust the height of it, pull it over or something like that. Now I didn't make my bed this morning, guys, but I sit on the sofa bed as well. I just don't sit there to be comfortable. It doesn't feel the same to me. And then the two little square cubes that are kind of the coffee table, they're also little sit on benches, and they have the blankets and pillows in them. And so I was able to move this little bench thing. Yeah, my dirty pants from yesterday are still there. Um, I just moved that thing over. When I first bought it, that's where I bought it for. And actually, that's very comfortable to sleep with that. My head's up on that end. And when I move that plank, then my bed and all the blankets will be far enough away from the wood stove, it'll be comfortable. So I just thought this morning that maybe I'll put the battery pack on that bench. So, I'm seeing some messages. Let me go back a little bit. Okay. I saw Mary come in, so I said that to her. And Beth said, "Don't forget the cues." And Mary said, "I had hardly ever make my bed when I'm traveling. I never know when a nap will call." That's how I feel today, it being Sabbath and all. And a nap might call. All I've done so far is fed the birds, which, oh my goodness, I ended up with a flock of blue jays. They're scrub jays. Oh my goodness, there must have been 30 of them out there. I've never seen so many of them. Anyway, um, so I fed the birds, fed the cats, made a cup of coffee, decided to do decaf, sat on the front porch with the coffee. That's all I've done. And Wendy and 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 then I got out the cheese. So I had a block of Parmesan and I ate a good chunk of Parmesan cheese. And I had a little piece of bread. I'm probably going to have olives later. I bought a new jar of olives, but I think they have pits in them. It was the only ones I could get that didn't have, that were clean ingredients, that didn't have citric acid and sodium benzoate, whatever, you know. So I got a jar of those. But anyway, that's what's going on in my life right now, in my world right now. I've got to get the. Well, Jess is supposed to come Wednesday. So we'll knock out the projects. I've got to get the urine separator connected to the drain. I have the separators on the toilet seat. And ask me before you buy stuff like that for a composting toilet, because the one I got was a very common one that you can buy off of Amazon and that lots of people buy. But the hole for the back of it, now we're all different. Please understand me. We're all different. The hole for the front is fine. It's gonna let liquid go where liquid's supposed to go. The hole for the back is so small that I had an upset stomach the other day. Don't remember why. And my poop was not very solid. See, I'm trying to be careful how I say it. And anyway, it's hard to get it in the hole. So I think that the separate company, do it yourself toilet seats are better. They Well, you can buy them for outhouses without the urine separator, which is what I did. The blue seat I bought, that's what I bought. So then I had to buy a urine separator, and I should have just bought the expensive one. But the expensive one, the one that's a one piece unit, it's either $159 or $179. And I was like, I can't afford that. So I bought the $35 one. And then I had to spend $40 on another piece. And so it is cheaper, 39 and 40, whatever, is is 80. So it's just under $100, right? But I'm saying the other one's better. So if you're doing it, just save yourself the hassle. Buy the other one or make your own stuff. One of the two. And yeah, I was doing a make my own too, but I thought it would help in case I didn't judge things right. Anyways, I'm tired. Um, and I say I'm tired. I'm like, but actually, the tired is like I'm exhausted from struggling and from survival mode, exhaustion. And I've had that quite a while. And it's part of why I decided to buy this chair that I'm sitting in that actually only costs like 45 or $50. And it's a nice chair. It's sort of like a mini couch. It's short, low to the ground. I have to kind of do a thing to get up. But I don't rest well. I've always been on edge and always watching my back and stuff like that, I think that it's okay that I relax a little different. So that's what I'm going to do. But I need to get a little table for beside the chair that's adjustable and stuff so I can do little things. And I'm looking at one that's adjustable height and stuff, but it's made for putting, well, it's marketed for putting beside a bathtub when you're taking a bath. So it has a little slot to put your phone or your tablet if you want to watch a movie, plus a little thingy for a cup holder. It might even have a thing for a stemmed wine glass. I don't remember. But it had white leg and light colored, like bamboo top. And the base of it, so that it's stable, is heavy enough and has enough space that if I want to put a basket for some knitting or something, um, I think that could happen. So I'm starting to look at that idea. So that's where we're going. You guys are seeing my minimalist closet a lot today. I don't think I. Sometimes when I show you things like that, I try to make sure it's really pretty. That's just the way it is when I'm using it all the time. But those hooks only come at eight. A friend of mine, somebody forgot that I'm doing my live and they're sending me messages and it's kicking me offline. Hi, Joanne. Good morning. Uh, are Western scrub jays as annoying as. Yes, Beth. Absolutely. They're sort of like little pterodactyls. And they came in like whoosh, 30 of them. I'm like, what the crap? Um, Leanna saying, so glad you have a comfortable chair. Me too. I mean, my rocking chairs on the front porch are comfortable too, but I need a chair inside as well. And so, like this morning, I wanted to be outside in a rocking chair, and I did. And I was gonna go up on the ridge this morning, but I realized my phone didn't have as much charge on it as I thought. And um, I haven't done enough of the landscaping by the um, bench that it's a little uncomfortable still with clumps of grass. Plus, there was a bull out here this morning, and I guess I didn't want to like mess with sitting with the bull. I don't know. Wendy chased him off. She was good. Um, I had to go clean the little filter on the fountain this morning. That's not like work. That's just you pull a little cap off of something and blow the crap out of it so it will run again. But uh, that's yeah. So I also, so yeah, I spent some money this month, but so did I got some gifts. Um, who was it? Oh, Cynthia sent me dog treats for Wendy. And Wendy was so happy when she saw them because they're familiar treats to her. And I got a deal of solar pathway lights. Those are going to go up near the bench, and all the old pathway lights I used to have out there along the paths, because I have like landscape walkways. Um, they they died years ago, so these new ones will go up there. They're pretty. I put one together. They're simple, but they're pretty. And I got a deal on those, so I went ahead and got them. I had done so much better with my grocery money, my groceries, so that I wasn't so stressed about food, that I was able to think about it and plan ahead before it gets super cold to make it more comfortable in here. so that the winter can be better. And to make sure, now I kept a couple of the small boxes from Amazon things because I'll use the cardboard as insulation for extra cat bed hideouts in the shower house. So I'm using old milk crates, and because it's waterproof in there, it's weatherproof in there, it's just not insulated, so it's chilly. Um, I'll use the cardboard in the milk crates and then put soft things for them to bed in because I'm working at Tilly's gotten used to it. She sleeps in there, she hangs out in there, and she knows that the first thing I'm going to do in the morning is I'm going to come out and put dry cat food in the covered feeding area. And then I'm going to check the water for her. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that that space is small for two cats. I thought I was making a big enough space. It's kind of a big enough space, not a bad space, but I noticed that so from inside, there's a windowsill step under the window, then there's another step, then there's a round hole. Well, she went straight through the round hole and has her tail sticking out the hole. So the baby kitty couldn't get past her to get in and join her. I said, thing, that's all right. They'll figure it out, but at least it's covered because in the winter, well, with all the pterodactyls, um, they would be eating the cat food. And with the rats and the mice and the whatever and the chipmunks, man, am I overrun with chipmunks this year? They'd all be eating the cat food. So keeping it in that covered area, the only access to it is from inside the shower house, and I have a hinged door on the outside, and it's right at their covered patio thing. I may have to just cut the hole between the two things bigger. I know it kind of would have cut down a little bit on the air, but they're cats. They'll be okay. So I may need to. I'd had I'd made it special, but I may need to expand the wall between the screened porch and the covered feeding area. If I just cut that hole the wall between the two of them out, that would be a bigger space and it would take care of the problem. I'll probably do that. So, um, but Tilly's gotten used to me doing that. I get up in the morning. Okay, it's cold enough now that I've started using my pee jug again. The only reason I'm doing that is because I don't have the urine separator straight on the composting toilets. So I'm using my pee jug for right now, and because it's cold, and I don't have that fixed. But in a couple of weeks, that'll be fixed. And then, so basically, I'm going out to go to the bathroom. I have to stop at the water tank and turn the faucet so that the water will be on when I get in there. The faucet drips or drizzles, so I don't want to lose all the water, so I turn it off. But anyway, so I turn on the water, I go in the bathroom, and I'm, saying good morning to Tilly, taking care of my pee jug and washing my face and stuff like that. And then I go feed her at that outdoor feed-in station. And that's the dry food, and I just make sure the water's fresh. And then I encourage her to come outside. Now, it hadn't been working very good yet, but this morning was better. So then I come back in, and I'm looking forward to being able to have routine again and being able to just come make the hot water, fill the hot water thing. The cold water, most of the time, that'll be full during the day and not a problem. But the point is that make the hot water, then I'll make whatever coffee, tea, whatever I'm going to drink. I bought some tea. It was in tea bags, I think. I don't want tea bags because I don't want the silicone, but the tin was pretty. I need to check that. Maybe it's loose tea and I forgot. But anyway, I want to try it again. It used to be a favorite tea, so I want to try it again. That's all I got. What do I got? What do you guys want me to talk about today? I saw that one. Oh, hi, Birdie. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's about all. I've had to protect Wendy a little bit this week because that no name baby kitty, I guess we're going to need a name for her. She's so pretty. I do love her. She's a good cat. And she's definitely Maine Coon. She nip bites more than she tries to snuggle a little, but she nip bites. And she tries to nurse on Wendy and stuff, but when she was trying to nurse on Wendy, she bites her, and so Wendy like runs to me for mom help, you know. And so at night, I've got Wendy underneath a bunch of blankets to try to keep it so that the little kitty won't bite her. And I think it was Thursday, the little kitty decided that climbing the walls would be fun. So the little kitty's going outdoors more often because it's just a little too much. I don't have the energy to do teenage kitty stuff. So I'm like, you guys go outside and catch some animal. Go get food. that's that's what's going on. I mean, obviously I have some strength today, but I'm tired. I haven't had good night's sleep in a while with the kitten. But last night I decided let's put the kitten's basket outside. The kitten decided that the vegetable basket I had was hers. So I have some fabric and stuff. I'm going to make her a pad and stuff for it to keep her warm. But I decided to put it on the back porch and put her out there with it. She was fine all night. So we're going to do that. And we're going to take the crate. The crate used to always live on the front porch, but the front porch gets weather, it gets wet. So I want to do something about a cover or something. I may have to make one, it's no big deal. Um, but that can insulate the crate a little bit because when it was on the front porch, even Wendy would go in it. So it needs a soft pad for them to get on that for the winter will be warm from their body heat, and just a little insulation or protection and waterproofing from rain and snow. But I think putting that on the front porch is a good idea. And then any one of them can use it that wants to. And if I ever have to take them anywhere, it's really close to the driveway in the car. So, closing the door and making them stay in there is a whole thing. So I'm going to take that away from Miss Tilly soon because Tilly decided that the fuzzy cat bed that used to be, whose was it? Oh, that used to be, uh, Wendy, what was his name? Okay, used to be one of the black cats. Tilly finally decided that was her bed. It's nice and warm and she's comfortable, so she decided it was hers. But I was told she was a always made herself be down low and tucked behind stuff. She's liking it up high where she can see out the window. So I'll get her bed moved around. Maybe it's something. Well, I really want Jess to concentrate on the front porch railing. But if he has time, I'll have might have him help me with the milk crate cat beds thing. I just got to make sure that they're strong enough. Some of the ones I put on, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Um, but I want to make sure that they're strong. Anyways, that's what's going on. Beth is saying, I have the kitten crew of three here. No safe place outside yet. So they're catching mice inside. Three ring circus. I bet. I bet. And that's how I felt. But I've been feeling like that like all week. But Thursday was the worst. She was like, I'm going to be awake all day, I mean, all night, and I'm going to climb the walls and I'm going to bite your feet and I'm going to bite Wendy's tail. And it was like, can we sleep, please? You've got to let us sleep. So you go outside, we'll be fine. So nice. The screen porch helps. And with the doggy door, cat door, whatever, um, she can get in and out. So she's safe and I feel more comfortable with that. And like I said, it's the same thing with the dog cat crate that I have. It wasn't Chaos and Karma. What was the one that just died? I forgot the name of the cat that just died. I mean, whatever. I just said his name this morning. Anyway, um, uh, but I could put the crate in the screened patio, but Miss Tilly's pissing me off walking through the screen door, just ripping the screen. I'm like, yeah. So I guess I got to go look and see if I can still get one of those. If I can get one of those screen door doggy doors cheap again, so I can match the one on the other door because I can't have that cat tearing up my screens. Anyway, uh, and I think originally I only paid $15 for that one. So I got to go look and see if I can get it. The next month I'll get another one for that. And I'll just have Jess hold off on repairing it until we get the little doggy door and then I'll have him repair both doors because his dog walked through it too. So anyway, um but making it so they can be comfortable on that back patio. Um, After I have coffee and I start feeling like I'm getting hungry, then I actually see, when I make my coffee, Wendy gets her duck treat. And I bought it's duck jerky. And so sometimes I can't get it, so it's chicken jerky. And sometimes, well, the last time I couldn't get chicken jerky, so I got salmon jerky. And the salmon jerky had like glucosamine or whatever it is for the joints. And I thought, let's get that one. It's not too expensive and it'll help. And she likes them all. So she gets her jerky treat when I get my coffee. And then when I start to get hungry is when I will put food down, like breakfast food for the animals. And so when I have my homemade goat kefir in the morning, I put some of the kefir down for the cats and the dog. Or if I'm making a new batch, I'll give them a little milk, or they might get one egg or something, right? I used to Always do. Sunday morning, they always got an egg. It was a thing. Even when I had my guinea pig, Kiki, the guinea pig would get raisins. That was her treat. Um, and so it was Sunday morning. They always got something special. Anyways, they I'm not in that much of a routine right now. I'll probably get back to routine though because the cabin feels more home-like this time. And I mean, I have garden work to do. I have the roof on the tracker to waterproof. I have quite a number of things to do, but not crazy. And so I spent a lot of time putting flat pack furniture together this week. And then I finally got the boxes out of here. The neighbor's been repairing some cars, and I asked him if he wanted the boxes for laying on the ground because they were big. And so he took those. And so now the white treats container is Wendy's. And then the little colander is really old. I that recently. I just think that's beautiful. And it has a sweet potato, onion, shallot, and a garlic right now because tomorrow I have to make a pot of lentil stew for Tuesday, for the holy day. Because holy days, in my opinion, you do no servile work, is what it says. So I won't be cooking. So I'll put lentil stew in the thermal pot and we won't heat it up. But I'm thinking that bottom shelf. Now I stuck that cooler bag on there right now that's got alcohol, fuel, and sterno in it. But I was thinking about ordering a couple of baskets for down there, so I can organize it in some kind of way that's pretty. It, I don't want to see everything, but I need the access, and I don't want the cat in it, and I don't want to call mice, but yeah, I feel like I could take another nap today too. So I feel like I'm done talking. Am I really done talking, Wendy? Whew. Oh, I was by Dollar General in Sanders, and they always have such good sales up there. Of course, end of season sales. And I was going because a neighbor wanted some soda. I wanted Wendy to have her duck treats. I needed some Ziploc bags. Can't remember what else right now. Um, but their end of season sale, they're getting rid of the gardening stuff and the grill stuff and stuff like that. They had the little plant hanger hooks for a quarter a piece. Now I only bought four, but I got them for hanging some of these lanterns out. I'd wanted them hanging out for a long time, but when you got to pay $3 or more for those metal hangers, I was like, yeah, I'll wait. But at a quarter a piece, I bought a bunch of them, so I'll get those lanterns hung up. Then I could stop trying to protect the glass on those things. Um, I was thinking about it last night. I need to get the grill fixed up. And then I was like, why am I doing the grill? I don't I don't need to cook like I used to cook. I cook such little stuff. Anyways, it's a thing. I am a minimalist. I really am. I don't want so much stuff. I really don't. But like I said, cleaning up, reorganizing, making it comfortable for the winter. Then I'll probably take a break and work on the tracker. I gotta figure out. I gotta buy the weather stripping for the windows. Probably need butyl tape, and then I'm gonna have to tarp it in case of weather and not use the tracker. And I've got to pull the windows. That's why I'm waiting, because the windows are leaking really badly too, and they just need rebuilt and painted and stuff. And I have all the supplies, all the stuff, except for that weather stripping, anyways. I know, Beth. It was the cat that I just buried, and I don't. It's okay. I don't. I'm tired. I'm not trying to remember right now. Guys, that's all I got. Do you have questions or comments or something you want to talk about? Or um, is anybody new here? Oh, it says we've only got 8 people. Probably because I keep buffering, right? Um, oops. Oh, that's not what happened. Did I try the jalapeno cheese bread yet? I just cut a piece, but that's it. Um, yeah, it wasn't chaos. Um, it was the one I just buried. I can't think of his name. Oh, it's okay, guys. We don't have to remember his name right now. He's gone. He's all right. So I'm going to. I asked somebody. Now I feel a little silly about this because the guy that cut the trees to clear my property, I had, in the end, I had a horrible, horrible experience with him. He started to threaten me and all kinds of things. But he had bartered for a landscaping trailer that had been given to me. And, well, it had been left with me to take care of, to sell. Um, and yeah, no, the way I was thinking about it was, it's too bad I didn't keep that trailer for what I'm about to talk about. Yeah, no. I did the right thing because I was supposed to sell it and I needed the road cleared and, whatever. And so even though that was hard, I learned a lot and whatever. So, and it's over. But I'm looking for a cheap to free flatbed. Well, I don't know that flatbed's the right comment. Landscaping trailer. The ramp I want to be the porch. And it doesn't have to be a roadworthy one because I just want to park it on the other part of my property where I first slept in my van here. I have a nice level campsite over there. I've decided that the way things are going, I should go ahead and build the Vardo I always wanted to build and say that I'm building it for a guest house, but know that I'm building it that probably I'll go live in it because the kids should take over the cabin and they should add on to it. And they should add on to it on the west side where I was talking about putting the bed. That's what they should do because they could add a whole, there's enough space there to add another 12 or 14-foot wide space, and it could be 20 feet long. And if that's not a big enough enough house for them. They should wait till I die. Anyway, but maybe I should go ahead. We could pray about this, but I feel like it's what's that that a landscape and trailer could come to me and that I could build that Vardo on it. I would not use it to drive it on the road. I just want to have it not be a building and have it be the guest house to start with, and maybe it's where I live in the end, which is fine with me. Just little bit smaller than what I'm in now. And that's not because I need smaller. It's because I know what I need and I don't need. And I don't have to have all this space. It's nice, don't get me wrong. But if I'm still going to take trips, and on this piece of property, there's not much space for more buildings. So I think it's wise. So if they're not going to come along on the ride that I think, then maybe I just keep working toward. It was kind of always the plan. I mean, it's what I wanted to do first. I didn't want to build a cabin. I wanted to build the Vardo, and the guy wouldn't build the Vardo, and it was a whole thing. And but here we are, you know. So, and years back, 2004, 2000, 1999, I was talking to my second oldest sister back then about building a tiny house or something and putting a, a safe in it where I could put a few important papers, my favorite coffee mug, and I don't know what else, right? And that she could use it for a guest house. And wow, she got mad. And I was like, I don't understand. If I'm paying for 2/3 of the building this thing, and all I want is a place to keep a coffee mug and some papers, why is that a problem? So, different strokes. So here we go. Oh, and I, in an odd way the other day, thought about my ex husband. Never think about him. Like, since I left. Never. Twice in one day. Like, and I said something to my son. Have you heard something from your father or whatever? And he goes, nope, nobody ever tells me anything. And I said, well, it's kind of weird. I thought about him twice today, and I never think about him. And he goes, well, he may have died, but they wouldn't have even told me. So I'm like, okay, well. And then somebody, probably my oldest sister, said something that made me think that maybe my second oldest sister might be dying. I don't know, but I don't need, there hasn't been contact there. So it's not a thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else, guys. What do you guys want to talk about something specific? I don't feel like I'm being helpful. I mean, I guess I encourage you guys some, but I'm, I'm tired enough. I'm like, if I was at your house having coffee, I would just be like putting my head on the table and half asleep. And I'd try to be good company, but I'd be like half asleep. I think we're gonna do a lot of just sitting around and looking out the window or going outside and sitting around and watching the birds today. I don't feel like doing much anything. Bernie, I did put some different items into my Amazon wish list, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm just being really careful because I did spend some of my savings money on some of this furniture. And I didn't spend a lot, But I didn't spend it all, but I'm stopping because I want to be careful. I don't want to be without my savings, extra amount of money. So this coming month, I'll probably just be buying basically groceries. There is one more storage item I'd like to buy that's around $100, but I haven't decided if I'm really going to do it. Oh, I should tell you this. I had always said that I wanted the stuff that I used at the cabin to be the same stuff that I use when I travel. And I find myself doing that. That maybe I don't take Wendy's treat can with me, right? But that the way I have things set up, even the I bought a silicone mat, that green mat up on the tabletop. I bought that. I went out to the tracker and measured the back table. I bought it for the table for the tracker because the table has those CNC design cut out, and my little stove's feet kept going through the holes. And I thought, that way I'll have a different color on the inside and I can kind of maneuver it in a way that would make me feel good. So I bought the silicone thing. And when I put it on the tabletop here, I went, I always wanted things to be the same thing I use on the road as the thing I use at home. So maybe I'm going to do that. Who knows? There, Leanna. Beth says, if you were at my house having coffee, you, Mary, and I would be snoring. Yes, we might be. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes, well, Mary knows because Mary's been here and had coffee with me. Oh, one day, what did we do, Mary? Oh, we had dinner, and she was like, "I'm so tired, Lesa. Do you mind if I just lay down?" No, go for it. I don't care. Enjoy yourself. That's what this is for. So, yeah. Um, you always, Leanna's saying, you always encourage me. Thank you for just being you. Always look forward to your broadcast. Thank you. Thank you, Beth. And yeah, thank you, Leanna and Beth. Thank you so much. Uh, guys, I think I'm not going to stay on. We've been an hour. Um, I don't see. There was a couple of people that are new to the area I saw at farmers market, and I thought they might come out, but I don't know if they're gonna to be on here to ask questions. But for some people, this is early, and I whatever. I'll answer their questions when they ask them. So we'll deal with that. Do you guys think that I should make or have made? Because I could ask my daughter-in-law to make them. Should I have made or should I make winter covers for my throw pillows? If I made winter covers for them, I think they should be red and black buffalo plaid, which you can get inexpensively as a sheet from Walmart, or sometimes you can get it from a thrift store. And as a sheet, it could be just cut up and made into little pillow covers. What do you think? Should I do that for the winter, or should I just leave my blue greens for now? Um, love, love these curtains. Just love them. I pull them together at night. Hi, baby. You waking up? Did you have a good nap? I'm so glad that you can nap without the kitty biting you. I know you're happy about that too. Wendy's down there. Oh, I told you guys she went under Leanna's porch last week and lost her harness. And when we went to farmers market, I was like, Wendy, I can't just put you down. I got to be careful. Let me check if there's any other dogs here. And then I realized there weren't any dogs, and I put her down, and she was fine. She was absolutely fun. She stayed really close. You know, she was hugging shade, but she was staying really close, and she didn't go anywhere. So it was absolutely fine. Um, but Dee Dee's gonna come trim her nails again. Her nails get long pretty quick. So, oh, Beth likes that buffalo plaid cover. Sounds good. I always thought that that's what I would do is have the summer pillows and then the winter covers. And I think buffalo plaid for the winter just makes sense. And whenever I get around to it, um, the tiebacks for the curtains, which right now I don't even need tiebacks, but the idea of tiebacks. Or however I was going to tie up those curtains, those, they just have a clothespin on them right now. They've had a clothespin on them for how many years? Um, if I did a little ribbon or tie up thing for that, I thought they could be changed for summer and winter. So they could be blue green for the summer, and then for the winter, they could be buffalo plaid. And to me, that's just as simple. It still has aesthetics, not athletics, but aesthetics, um, as well as it's just simple. This isn't any complicated anything. Um, but I like that idea a lot. So maybe I will try to do the buffalo plaid. I don't know if I'll do it myself or if I'll ask my daughter in law. She did such a good job on the curtains, and she was so proud of it. And that she can see it in pictures and stuff seems to make her happy. So I could let her have some more joy again. That would be okay. And I'm not. She took the scrap fabric back from the curtains. Um, I couldn't in that moment. I couldn't see what I was going to do with it, so I didn't do anything. And I need to shave the top of these the coffee table cubes. Those seat cushions are all pilled up on the top of them. I ought to shave them. Um, but I've a couple of times thought about just screwing a real pretty piece of wood on top and just having a polished piece of wood on each one of those. I mean, it's still a place to sit, but it would be more useful as a coffee table ish thing, but it doubles as a seat. Plus, the fact that generally my bedding goes down in there. Well, right now it's got the two camp blankets that are like if you're cold outdoors sitting in a lawn chair, take those with you. And it has three of the pillows I bought from Dollar General last year when they were like 10 cents a piece or something. Um, and actually, those three could be in storage. Two for the two for the outdoor chairs, which probably those chairs will come in the back patio for the winter. But I can't guarantee that that will stay dry on the back patio because every time it rains, it gets pretty wet. Now the doors, this side of the wall by the door and all, stays pretty dry, but the middle of the floor and everything gets wet. So she did do a good job. Yep, yep. I'm proud of her for those. But I've been rearranging storage things out behind the shower house. Um, that's where the black cabinet went, and it has tools in it. It's still wonky, and I know why it's wonky. The door keeps falling off and stuff like that. But it's wonky because you have to have a very level surface to set it on, and then you have to use the leg levelers and make sure it's really level or the doors fall off and stuff. So I know that's what part of the problem is, but it's too much stuff to argue with at the moment. So at the moment, it's just back there. It's got tools in it. I know how to open it. I can tell Jess how to open it. But for right now, that's where it is. Sand doesn't get in it. Rodents don't get in it. Snakes won't get in it. It's fine. Paint, however, would freeze. So paint comes in the house, in the cabin. I'll find a place for paint. It's all good. Um, but I think I'm going to put the. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways. Okay, guys, I guess I'm done. And yeah, I think doing the buffalo plaid, I think I'm going to encourage her. See if she can find a sheet. A king size sheet would probably do enough pillow covers for all of these. And they can be envelope style. They don't need to have zippers or anything. I don't even want all that. Don't make them complicated. Make them simple. So and and that would be enough. I've got to loosen a couple of screws on the porch rocking chairs because I didn't realize that the cushions had ties on them because I hadn't opened the package until I put them out on the porch, and the wind blows the cushions away. So if I open, if I loosen a couple of screws on the back of the chair, it opens up the gap, and I can put the tie through it, tie it, and then screw it back down a little tighter, and those cushions won't go anyway. Well, anyways, y'all have a great week. We'll try to be back here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. I don't know if I'm coming up with something more interesting. Oh, Mary, if you're still here, remember I haven't done a video yet, but remember the steering wheel table I got that I said this one looks like it's going to work? It works. It's pretty strong and sturdy, and because it's a elastic that goes behind the steering wheel, it doesn't matter that my steering wheel's a little smaller than some. And so it really makes a good table surface. Now you got to understand, I use that table surface as like my nightstand and stuff, if it's raining really bad, and just to have a place to put things because I sleep on the other side of the car, and so it it looks like it's going to work, and I think it's stable enough. Unfortunately, with Wendy, whoever's going to travel with me, but at least with Wendy, um, I don't think that I would put the candelier on it because that just wouldn't be the very safe. But because Wendy was learning to, yes, sleep by my feet, sort of like she does at here, but also she sleeps in the driver's seat some, but whatever. Um, that's going to be a nice piece of gear, as is the little $60 SUV tent thing I bought. I wasn't sure if it was going to fit. It happens to be white. It has orange tie things. And I tried it on for fittings on the back of the tracker the other day. I'm going to have to modify how I use it because they intended you to tie it to the tires or the roof rack or whatever. It's little, it's not big. It's polyester fabric, but it fits well. So I just got some tweaks to make to it, but that's going to be nice. So, okay. Okay. Y'all have a great week. I'm going to be lazy all day, finally, for a while. You guys have a good week, okay? Pray for each other, pray for the whole world. You know, everything's been changing and weird lately, but yeah, pray for everybody. Stay safe, stay as healthy as you can. If you're in the area, let me know. I don't know where you're at, Mary. Don't forget you could stop here. Um, Ciao. Have a good week. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.